been stocked back up, and you are... What are you preparing to do? Last I heard, you were wanting to head to the city of divers.
We were doing that, though. To be honest, Charles doesn't really want to leave the Feywild.
All right. If you choose to stay in the Feywild, that's fine.
Why were we heading to the city of Di?
Yeah, why?
I have no idea. Josh said he wanted to go there.
All right then.
And Arius, I suppose, just like left in the middle of the night or something.
Yeah, I'll say Arius slipped off in the middle of the night. So you're down Gromek and Arius.
Yeah, I have no idea why I wanted to go there, honestly.
So...
Good question.
Hey, I just report what you all told me to do.
Roboting again, bad.
Bad, like, can't understand you.
Say again?
We can't understand anything you're saying with the roboting.
Okay.
Now it says you're talking, but I can't hear you.
Yeah.
You hear?
I heard like something.
Is this better?
That's better.
Yeah.
Okay, apparently I'm having to use my phone's data because the networks are being overloaded.
Oh. I wonder why.
Who knew all these people staying home and doing nothing except being on the internet and streaming everything and playing everything might cause some issues.
It's a good time to binge watch everything.
Yes.
I'm surprised I have not have problems then. Then again, I don't think there's anything that's really that shut down over here.
Oh, it will be.
Sure.
Today at the Starbucks where my friend works, they have removed all tables and chairs from inside of it. They only do pickup orders now.
That's fair.
Yeah, a lot of them are starting to do that. Actually, in Nashville today, the mayor just said that he wants all bars closed.
And that's good.
Yeah. So.
There is a tap room beside where I work who is now selling a I think they serve food, and they named one of their dishes the sanitation station.
Hopefully Maine gets ahead of that, ahead of the curve, and isn't in the same situation the rest of us are.
Yeah, I don't know if diseases spread faster in colder weather or warmer weather, but
weather has no effect.
Okay.
Except it can live longer on surfaces in cold weather.
Ah, I see.
So.
Well, I know it's getting around the season where people are going to start coming out of their homes. Because people don't usually leave often in the winter around here.
Yeah, well. Alright. So, to the decidedly less plague-ridden fantasy world of Orth. Okay, guys, for the first time ever, my game worlds are quieter than my actual world. This worries me.
We can change that if need be, you know.
Well, no, actually, it's all going to depend on your actions. So,
I would prefer not starting plagues.
So, what is your choice? What do you want to do? Are you going to hang out here in Arilla's Rest? Are you going to go searching the Feywild? Are you going to go back, back into the normal world?
Well, our kind of initial thing was that we were still searching for Gerald.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but everyone seemed to forget that on this quest to go north to Divers.
Right. So, because he went back to Greyhawk, as far as
Yeah,
we
he's
know.
somewhere in Greyhawk.
Oh yeah, and we did let our cat friend know. I don't know if
Yeah,
our cat
you
friend
sent a
can.
messenger.
Yeah, I don't know if he can do anything about the guy. So we're probably still chasing the guy.
Oh no, he's hired mercenaries to take out all the vampires.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Y'all weren't even gonna have to do that. So now you're just somewhere in the Feywild in the middle of the gnarly forest.
Not knowing what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is that Varg had someone send a message to his family about the possibility of bringing Gerald to them. So he's still kind of set on trying to find Gerald. God, it's gonna.
Well, you ain't gonna find him in the Feywild.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't see a point in going to Divers since the one person who would probably have remembered that decided that he wanted to leave.
For the night, yeah.
So I guess we can do that the next time he plays, but otherwise we're just probably going there for no reason.
And we will just wander around the town not knowing what we're doing.
Knowing areas that
I'm fine with anything. I am prepared for every eventuality, my friends. I just need to know what you want to be doing.
The
Jolly
problem.
just wants to
What?
Jolly just wants to be as far away from her family as possible. So anywhere we go, she is actually fine with the point. So
Varg votes for Greyhawk so we can look for Gerald.
I just really like the Feywild. I'll go anywhere, but I'm just saying I really like the. Me and Trell both really like the Feywild.
But Trell is wanting to go to Greyhawk, paradoxically.
Well, I mean, Trell probably forgot about that, temporarily. Because of the Feywild. And the enjoyment of it.
Or Varg wants to go to Greyhawk, I'm sorry.
No, okay.
Alright, so anyway. So, are you going to go back through the Trod into the real-world version of the gnarly forest and continue your journey?
Good question. I'm not sure if any
Explore
of
the
us.
Feywild.
I'm not sure if any of us know, actually.
Well, I mean, with Varg here, I mean, Varg would kind of have an idea of how the Feywild works, so he would know if it's more dangerous or not. Considering we got chased in here by orcs that are probably still out there.
They were going
I'd
south.
prefer to avoid the orcs.
Yeah, I think they were going south, though, weren't they?
Yes, but that doesn't mean they couldn't have, camped or something. And the last thing we need is to run into them again.
That's fair.
So the quickest and easiest way to get back to Greyhawk then is that what our decision is?
My thing is if I remember reading something that the Feywild can be different in certain regions, so I don't want to.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I did read that the Feywild, geographically, is supposed to mirror this world. So I'm wondering if we can just travel through the Feywild and figure out how to just pop out of it near Greyhawk.
I think that's what Tina was saying earlier.
Oh.
I'm just listening.
I think she said the exact same thing, just in different words.
Oh, okay.
Well, Carol
So
just
you're
wants
going
to get out of there as quick as possible. She just feels really, really uncomfortable with everything because this is not.
Is there anything?
So, are you going to attempt to sneak through the Feywild to Greyhawk?
I vote for that.
Would Varg be
Well,
able to be
Do we
assistant?
need to sneak? Can we talk to the fairies or pixies that we were?
Yeah,
playing host to?
there's a pixie.
Well-
He's there. His name is Lorik.
Lorik, he's the he's like technically like semantically speaking a leader, but not like leader, right? Or is that
You're
the
the scout.
uh,
You are scouting your way through.
right? And yeah, I'm just trying to see if I could. Because I don't want Varg to say, "Oh, I know what I'm doing," and then like get everyone killed. But
Well, this is Dungeons and Dragons. That is always a distinct possibility. She says as she plays with her rubber knife menacingly.
I do know
Always a
there's
distinct possibility.
I do know there's like just stuff in the Feywild I would be very interested in running into.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh my yes.
Plus, Ren can maybe run into more fairy dragons and not know how to act around them.
Maybe.
Okay, so
Maybe.
then yeah, let's ask. What'd you say his name was? Loris?
Lorik, yes.
Yeah, Loris. So let's ask him. I guess what would be the chance of encountering anything majorly dangerous while we go through the Feywild and making
Oh my
our
goodness.
way up to Greyhawk.
Oh my goodness. I've never been more than 5 miles from the village. Remember, this is a medieval world, even in the Feywild. There's not instant communication. Most people never go more than 5 miles from where they were born, even if they're immortal.
Have you seen anything particular that's 5 miles, I imagine, northeast of here?
To the northeast? Oh, that's the haunted forest. If you go in there, it's hard to find your way around.
Ah,
Do you know anyone that has successfully been in and out of there that could guide us?
No. None of us ever go there.
is there a way to go around it? Is it big?
I don't know. I mean, I've only been 5 miles in each direction. Remember, he's little. he's like 10 inches tall at most on his tiptoes.
Honestly, 5 miles to him could have just been a few inches to us.
No, he knows miles. He knows how the big people reckon in miles.
Okay, so for him, he went across the entire freaking globe.
Kinda, yeah. It's a very big place. Bear in mind, a cat is a lethal threat to him.
Maybe we should ask the unicorn.
Okay, so you're going to Irilla, and you find her in her grove. She's thoughtfully chewing on some rainbow-colored grass, and she looks up and goes, "Oh, my visitors, how are you?"
Very well being here.
Varg just gives a light bow and asks, "We are looking for a we are looking for a way to travel to the north through the wilds. And we
Through
were...
the Feywilds? Well, I've not been that far. I know the farthest north I found Elvish or Eladrin ruins. And then the Great Water where the King of Plain of Wonder sits.
The king of what?
Plain of Wonder. He rules a kingdom that exists between the ocean and the sand.
Would you be aware of any dangers we would face?
Oh, my sweet lupine. Everything here is dangerous.
Oh, I know that all too well. I was asking for my friends here. As you can see, one of them is not quite comfortable.
And one of them, she looks at Jolly, doesn't belong here at all, but, I mean, you should be safe enough. If you are a native, you grew up in the wilds, did you not?
I have, yes.
Then you should be safe enough. But bear in mind, this world, its geography shifts and changes as mortal dreams change.
Oh, so we could be traveling towards Greyhawk, but end up in the ocean.
You could be doing
Well,
lots of
okay
things.
then.
As I said, choose anything you want to do. I am ultra prepared for it.
Varg just kind of like looks over at Kara. It's just like, we will make this your call. Me, as you can see, me and Trell have no problems being here, but I would prefer that we find Gerald as soon as possible, and to keep Trell happy, we could travel through the Feywilds, but with the high dangers, you not being comfortable here, we will make it your call. There is a chance that those orcs could be outside that portal waiting for us.
We also fell into a pit on the like outside of here.
Yes.
No, that was miles to the south.
Yeah, but you know, there's a lot of dangers outside, is what he's trying to make a point of.
This is between. If it's not in a settlement, you're in danger. You remember that little meme of Ralphie Wiggum going, I'm in danger.
Yeah.
That's everywhere outside the town.
Pretty much. Varg's just kind of trying to be considerate to the idea that some people would rather be, if they're going to be in danger, they'd rather be around threats that they're comfortable with fighting.
I'm not comfortable with random holes opening up in the ground.
Well, I'm not either, as you know, and I'm sure no one is. But I do not want to make one of our party any more uncomfortable than she already is.
Well, I mean, there's going to be danger one way or the other. It's just as long as, you know, we know where we're going on the side. You know, here in the Fae world, it sounds like that we don't necessarily know if it's going to be the same or not. So, you know, if we're able to get there quicker, then let's just go ahead and go and stay in the Feywild. That's all I care about.
I find that fair. Does anyone know which direction is north?
Or northeast-ish.
Aren't you a ranger?
Yes.
I'm a ranger without a compass.
You don't need a compass. You're a freaking ranger. You don't get lost in the woods. You get lost in streets.
Plus,
Or maybe underground, but I'm sorry. I'm just letting you know. Also, guys, I'm gonna kind of ignore skills and just give you rolls, and you'll have your full proficiency bonus and stuff on rolls that your class and your background would make you good at. Because like sometimes like why does a ranger need a nature skill? You're a ranger. You either know nature or you're dead. Just like why does a fighter need to roll to know something about like swords? It's like you're either really good with them or you cut your own hand off. So, all right. Okay, so my hardy adventurers, what is it you guys are wanting to do?
I really want to travel to Greyhawk through the Feywild.
Varg simply points.
And that's what we're gonna do.
So
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Varg simply
All
points
right.
and says, "All right, that way direction."
Okay, Arilla bids you farewell.
And of course, Trell thanks her profusely.
And Varg, of course.
It is no problem. Friends of the wood are always welcome here.
It's been so long since I've heard that phrase.
All right. So y'all are now traveling out into the forest.
Yay!
The gorgeous forest.
Except it doesn't look like forest you're familiar with, Troll. It gets bigger and thicker, and the shadows cling just a little bit more. And the sounds of the forest are that you go through periods as you walk of either deafening insect noise or silence.
Despite how creepy that sounds, Trell just seems very excited to be here and is just kind of taking note of everything.
Everything is like nature turned up to 11.
Hell, I would like nature turned up to 11.
Alright, so as you all are walking and moving through the forest, oh, by the way, this time we are going to do turn-based initiative, which is basically going to be if you encounter something and have to get in combat, I'm going to say Skylar rolls a d20 and I roll a d20, and whichever side gets higher goes first.
Fair enough.
And then you all get your actions before the other people do. That way we're not spending 5 minutes going, okay, who goes first? Screw that. Gotta keep the game moving. Alright, so, yeah, y'all are walking, and the forest becomes incredibly dense. There's not underbrush because there's too much shade. The sunlight never reaches the ground in this part. The trees are so large it would take 10 or 15 grown men holding hands to encompass them.
Oh, so they're like sycamores.
Actually, they're just these are trees that have never been touched by an axe, so they're like ancient growth.
Ah, okay.
All right.
I was making like a size comparison because I know those things can get massive.
Oh yeah. All right. So, as you are,
I don't. Would Car be able
as
to
you
fit
are
in there?
walking, you
Probably.
come through into a valley, and there are mountains here that you don't recognize as being mountains in the physical world. They're covered with pine woods. So, in the valley below, you see there's a big lake off at one end. There's a river running through it. There's a castle on a distant peak across the valley, and there is a small town, curiously ringed by fog, even though it's around noon.
Multiple interesting places.
I think we should probably go the opposite way of town, but that's...
I would go towards where the water is just because that king was mentioned, and that just sounds interesting to me.
Okay, so you're going to the water.
That was just me. I don't know if anybody else wants to go there.
No, let me know what you guys are doing.
Okay.
I mean, that's fine. Yeah, we can go towards the water.
Okay. You all move down to it's a mighty river, and there's a lake it flows into. Varg,
Uh-huh.
you get the sense that you're being watched.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten that sense in a while, like the whole time we've been here.
No. I mean, it's a place, and some things will pay attention to, and some won't. But you smell and sense. There's a number of wolves shadowing.
Are we talking quadruped or like other lupines?
Quadruped.
Yeah. Varg's gonna like twitch a couple of ears, kind of like and sniff a bit, but act like he doesn't really notice anything before telling everyone else, we've got a pack of wolves following us.
Would Trello have read anything about Feywild wolves?
Gosh. Do you have an Arcana skill?
I have 3 in Arcana.
Okay, yeah, roll that.
Okay. Wish I had advantage on that.
No, not advantage. But it was a hard roll, and you do know something about them. They should behave as normal wolves. They're just usually a little bit bigger.
Okay. So if we were to stop and turn around to look at them, would they also, or are they also stopping?
Do you stop to turn around?
Trell does, at least.
Okay, they stop. One of you it's jet black, and it's looking at you from the shadows of the trees with golden eyes.
Oh, lovely.
We're not in the Swamp of Sorrows, are we?
Do what?
I said, we're not in the Swamp of Sorrows, are we?
Oh god, the Swamp of Sorrows.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
You could be.
Is that the one with
Remember,
like the turtle, the giant turtle that is just very depressed?
Oh no, it's like a from the Never-Ending Story.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Excuse me.
Sente.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what that turtle does in the movie.
Yeah, the turtle is just really depressed.
No, Tina
All right.
sneezed.
So
Oh, he did. It also sneezed.
You got this critter, this wolf, looking at you.
So Trell is going to attempt to greet them politely.
You do so, and you notice very disturbingly, you don't hear them speak back.
Are they attempting to speak back, or are they just keeping their mouth shut?
They're either keeping their mouths shut, or you're just they don't understand you, or something. But they seem to have a deep intelligence.
I wonder if sign language would be helpful.
Varg's gonna kind of turn around and think for a second.
How close to the water are we?
Are you just gonna leap
You're
in?
quite close. There's a village to the north, along the shore. You're close to the river.
Just trying to keep my options.
I understand.
Vark's gonna wag his tail.
They don't wag their tails. Nor do they seem to have any particular... They're just watching you impassively. They're not being aggressive, nor are they being friendly.
They're just observing.
Mm-hmm.
So Trell just kind of says to the rest of the group, they just seem to be watching. They don't look like they're going to attack us anytime soon.
They're sizing us up.
That or making sure we don't do anything wrong.
So we could probably just keep on going. Just keep an eye on these wolves, just to make sure that
I would say
they
so.
don't try to.
Okay. So do you head south? Or go to the... do you go around the lake to the village? Do you go south from here, deeper into the woods?
I think south is where we came from.
Well, it's weird because it's kind of hard to tell, and this position of the sun has changed drastically.
Ah.
Welcome to interdimensional travel.
So Trell is looking at the sun and is just like, which way were we going?
Okay, so
I know which way north is now, but I don't know which way north was before.
don't confuse yourself like that. Just look for the lane marks.
So I guess maybe we should go to the village so we can get some bearings, maybe, if they're friendly.
Well, it is shrouded in fog.
No, this is one near the lake. The
Oh.
fog one is further away. You saw it from up where you were earlier.
Okay. So the lake one seems less, what's the word? Foreboding, I imagine.
Okay. So, you all are going to the lake village.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. You approach this small hamlet, really. There are people here. Many of them look horrified at Vard.
Oh no.
One in fact drops his broom and crosses himself.
Crosses himself?
I wonder if they think
Yeah.
you're a werewolf. I don't know if there's werewolves in the... I assume there are.
I'm still crossing himself as in doing the cross symbol with his fingers.
No, as in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, like Catholic style.
Oh.
Okay, so what I was thinking. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Varg's just gonna be standing there, just like, "Hi."
Ah! If you have come to kill me, please do not kill me. I beg of you. Tell your master I paid my taxes.
Oh.
No arrow pulled, and my bow is still on my back. If I was going to kill you, it would have been done already. I clearly have
You
no
would
idea.
kill me with your teeth and claws. I know this.
I might.
Jolly!
He won't.
At those words, boom! Doors are closing. Shutters are. Children are being grabbed.
What? I'm a cat. I have claws. I would possibly do it. Doesn't mean I would.
Jolly!
What?
You're not helping the situation.
fine. I slink back and out, licking my paw.
Varg's gonna like knock on the door and just be like, "Kind sir, we're not here to collect any what's going on. We simply wish to help."
Or at least know why you're afraid of us.
You cannot help us.
Well,
You
if
seek to help?
we do seek
But
to
what of your
help,
master? Why would your master let you help us?
I
Thunder booms in the distance.
And Trell
I-
says he is not from this part of the Feywild.
I don't have a master. What's going on?
If you do not... you are... Oh... You are strangers, are you not?
Yeah, most of us are from the other dimension. The
I
material
do
plane.
not know what this means.
We're not from around here.
I can see this. You may come into my house.
I'm still trying to debate what region of the Feywild Varg would have come from.
Well, I would have said if the map were the same, it would have been like... That's not how you move on here. Like, way up this way. Just because that's where, Trell's, druid home is. But this place is, like, it changes, so...
Okay, so in view of this, I would say I'm from the northwest region of the Feywild.
I do not know what this Feywild is.
As far as we're aware, it's the plane you live on. Your world.
I do not know what you speak of.
Ah.
I have... My name is Ilya, and I have lived my entire life here in Valaki.
God damn it! If my dad was here, I'd be able to know exactly what he's talking about. I never heard of that before.
Probably the town.
I know it's the town. I'm just saying. I'm trying to debate whether or not it's and if we left the Feywild at all, like without knowing it.
You are not a werewolf.
No.
Oh, he does think you're a werewolf.
No. My kind. No. I mean, my ancestors were, but I've been born like this.
Oh, I am sorry for your curse, then.
I can't turn human if that's what you're asking.
I can. Well, not human. Elven.
Well, I just used the term human because that's a broad term.
I have never seen one with pointed ears,
Looks at you, Trell.
nor a cat person.
Oh no, she's a werewolf.
No, I know what werewolf looks like.
I'm not a werewolf.
Well,
I'm
I
a tabaxi.
Considering
I'm
you're
a very I don't no, I'm
Well,
not a werewolf.
considering
I
you
do
were
not know what tabaxi is.
I'm a cat. A humanoid cat.
Strange times, strange things are happening.
yes, and one of the strange things that we're trying to help you with and fix for you is this whole tax issue you were talking about.
Oh, the boyar. Yes, the Baron, he collects the money from us. Vargas Valakovich. He collects the money and gives them to the ruler of this land.
And they employ werewolves.
Yes.
Like the cursed type of werewolves who have difficulty controlling themselves.
I do not understand overmuch. He is like a devil.
Would you mind pointing us in his direction?
He comes over to his window, opens it reluctantly in the dying light of day. He points up to the castle on the mountain.
Alright, let's see if we can't make your strange times any less stranger.
No, 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 you must be careful. You must stay here tonight. Will you stay here tonight?
We would be more than happy to. We just hope that none of your village friends decide that they want to grab pitchforks and torches and come burn us.
No, no, no. They know better than to touch. They think you are his servants. They know better than to touch his servants.
Right. So I guess we can somewhat use that to our advantage.
Was there ever a time when he wasn't ruling over you?
I do not know. I was born, he was ruler.
Well, how's about we come in and, regather ourselves and figure out what more we can.
Yes, yes. Alright, so he comes in. A cowering woman crosses herself. He's like, Nela, make them food. And she whispers to him in a language that you don't understand. He whispers back, and she commences making food. So where are you from? You say the Feywild?
Well, from what we know, this is what we call the Feywild, the world you live in.
Oh, no. This is not Feywild. You are in... the nation is called Barovia.
I didn't mean the nation. I meant the entire plane of existence that you live on.
You keep saying plane of existence. I do not understand what this means.
Varg, gently puts a paw on Trell's leg, just like... So, you're not aware of the two parallel planes of existence that run through the universe?
My furry friend, I do not understand what you speak of.
Okay. We are travelers from vast areas of... What was the word he used?
Who used?
That guy, he called this entire nation something.
Barovia.
Barovia, yeah. And Varg just says, we are travelers from all over the nation of Barovia, and we simply wish to help. Looks at Trell. They don't understand the whole...
They don't understand anything outside of Barovia?
They believe this is where they're at, so the planes of existence are not well known to them. I've never seen that before, but...
The ruler doesn't really believe in education, does he?
No, he
Most
does not.
people aren't educated. No, most people are not educated. Your characters being educated are actually the exception to most beings on this world. In any world.
He just basically just is saying that, like, Varg just looks at Trell and just says, basically they have no idea of the planes of existence. They are lost to that. They believe this is their world, this is their inner bubble. We can't pop that for them. They're not going to understand.
Trell just looks as though he doesn't understand this concept. He grew up in a place that had like so many books and so much knowledge, so he can't possibly fathom somewhere not like that.
The basic untold.
Wait till you find out that nobody here can write or read. Except the priest, he can.
Var just simply says, the untold rule of basic survival is to always adapt. However, in some cases, when you don't have to adapt, just knowing what you already were born to know is enough to get you through.
Alright, so, Kara.
Yes.
Ilya's wife Nella comes up to you and she whispers to you, "Are you safe with these people? These things,
Oh, yes. Quite safe.
they are not human."
But they are good beings that are very trustworthy. That I
Alright.
He's
Okay. So after the food is cooked, it's basically a fish stew, with okra, tomatoes, and onion in it. After it's cooked and everyone is served, Nella and Ilya go about barring the windows and placing small wreaths of garlic.
May I ask what the garlic is for?
Maybe, we hope, it keeps out the devils, the vampires, the creatures of the night.
Oh, there's vampires here too.
Yes. We are plagued with them.
Every night?
No one goes out after dark unless they have a death wish. My brother Ivan went out after dark once. We only found his hand.
Yikes. Sounds like my dad after he's had one too many.
You only find his hand?
No, he leaves nothing but someone's hand. But in this case, it would be a hoof because it would be a deer.
Did you say this out loud?
No, he's kind of like making it like as if it's an inside joke to the people, kind of like silently, because he knows these people will be kind of terrified if he says that. He's like, but he says in this case it would be a hoof because it's a deer.
Noah looks and goes, ha ha ha. So did I hear Chad in the background?
No. He's not in here.
I'm hearing phantom Chads. I've gone crazy. I've been in here too long.
The tally marks on the wall are just adding up.
That's right. Woo! Alright, so the night passes. Jolly?
Yes.
You feel strangely at home here. And you also feel a weird pull to go outside.
Okay. Being a cat.
In the night.
Yeah, being a cat, that makes sense.
And also undead, I imagine.
Yeah, that too. I'm gonna go ahead and cautiously go to the door and open it and look out. And see if I can tell what direction I'm being pulled to.
You are being pulled toward an old abandoned looking graveyard just outside of town.
Do I see any buildings around it? Like tall buildings?
There's some mausoleums.
Okay. Well, cat-like, imagine, slink around, keeping an eye on the grave site, looking for hiding spots and seeing if I see an activity. And I find the mausoleum that's easiest to hide on, and I would want to lie flat on the top of it while I can still see around what's going on.
Okay.
Does anybody, um, as she goes to when she leaves?
Ilya and Nella are both sound asleep.
Okay, but I'm talking about like myself or anybody else or anybody.
Well,
else.
I mean, Trell would definitely know, unless she happened to just get up during his trance state. Trell would notice. You might know. I mean, y'all can notice and give. You can follow her.
Yeah, I kind of pictured Varg like seeing her open the door. It's like, Jolly, what are you doing?
Okay, do that.
It's just like grabbing her by her arm.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was.
Like grabbing her by her arm, just basically just whisper yelling like, "What are you doing? These people are terrified of what's out there. You might let it in."
But I have to go.
Where?
I don't know why I have to that the graves over there. I have to go. I don't know why. I just know I have to go. My cat instincts are kicking in. There's something pulling me there.
Okay, well,
maybe it'll answer what's going on.
Are you sure it's not your unique diet that's pulling you that direction?
No, I've eaten. I'm not hungry.
Okay, your pupils are dilating. You clearly are entering the silly zone, alright? This is not the time to go running in random directions.
But there's gotta be an answer, and it's gotta be there. Why don't you guys just come with me and protect me then if you're afraid?
I mean, that would be best, but I feel like someone would probably have to stay here to be sure if something goes wrong because you opened a door.
I do have a feeling that she would probably be safe.
From behind.
I was gonna say I'll go with her.
Yeah, why don't Freya can go with me, and then
Okay,
Daria's like, I can lock the door, sir.
And they'll probably be more comfortable with you since you're human.
Yeah,
Indeed.
Okay, Daria.
You just be careful.
Alright. Daria will stay here, lock the door behind us. He'll just make a random, knocking gesture on one of the things. That's the signal that it's us to unlock the door. So we can get back in. Alright. Oh. God, these poor people. Alright.
That's why I want to get answers. I feel like something's got to be pulling me there. Maybe it's my instincts as a cat. Maybe it's my instincts as, the other thing that we don't talk about. or what? Gotta go.
Would let Car out, but I'm sure that would cause a panic in this house. Alright, we're all going.
Okay. So, follow me. And try and be a little more cat-like.
I'll
y'all
try.
Y'all manage to make your way quietly over to the churchyard. You see a gaunt man or something vaguely humanoid in robes playing a violin. And 3 fresh corpses push their way from the grave and begin dancing for
Varg.
Make a charisma save, Jolly.
Yeah, that explains the pull.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Varg saw him. I'm gonna say Varg saw him and had his bow ready.
You begin dancing.
Well, I mean, he's just causing them to dance. He's not being hostile currently.
No, I'm just saying.
The creature with the yellow eyes turns. Its mummified face creaks as it smiles. And it says, "You're not one I normally see."
Can she talk while dancing?
Well...
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm not very normal, so...
That's
a plus.
Varg's
What
gonna-
is your
So
name?
what are you? Do I feel compelled to tell him?
Yes.
My name is Jolly.
Jolly. What a wonderful name. I am Neville. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Longbottom.
What are you doing to them?
These are my children.
I don't
I
think
come
you
to
gave.
play for them in the night.
I don't think you gave birth to them.
He smiles and says, I did. When I drained away their life, they became mine.
Okay, with that, she knows exactly who it is or what it is, and she is not happy.
So I assume it's a lich or at least a necromancer.
It's something.
It is certainly that.
Whatever they were hiding. At this point, whatever they
You
were.
can make a difficulty 16 Arcana check
I
Me?
will
and see if, really any of you.
I will attempt that. I will probably fail it, but I will attempt it.
Damn.
Hey,
Let me try.
Jory wants me to roll his for him as well.
Okay.
So here's oh.
Varg don't know shit.
Jory, Varg, you are absolutely convinced that you know this is a lich.
Yeah, he just had right now. He's just ears down, kind of like a little snarl on his face, back against the wall, hiding behind whatever they were hiding behind with his, with the bow ready, with the arrow notched, and ready to pull at any point. But he's not giving up his position yet. And yeah, he don't know shit.
I see,
Alright, so
Chad
it's-
just snuck in.
Say again, Kara.
I see that Chad just snuck in the chat.
Hello.
Okay,
Hello.
hey, Chad.
I think I heard him say hi earlier, but it could have been that Phantom Chad.
hey guys.
Hello.
Hey. All right.
Hey.
So basically, everybody's in a graveyard in a weird town called Valaki, and because everybody wanted to go into the Feywild, so they wandered around, and here we are. And there's an undead guy making Jolly dance. Hank
said
is
an arc-
terrified.
That was my Arcana check, by the way.
He's a white.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Wow, your
There was-
Arcana is high.
Yeah.
You said he's a what, Tina?
A white.
A white.
However, fair disclosure, I am not using anything from the monster manual. I'm just kind of making up everything.
Okay.
So when I give you information, it will be accurate. It's just not the monster manual.
I know. I just like flipping through my book.
I understand.
Oh,
At least
So
get
we
like
have
the
the-
feeling of being informed.
Say again, Kara.
so we have we have the one white, and what else was there in the graveyard?
3 undead.
Actually, as you look around, Kara, you see there are 13 undead.
Oh, great.
There were the 3 around him, and there are 10 just kind of standing by their graves.
And Jolly's just over there dancing. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
I just picture Jolly doing an Irish jig.
No.
I mean, it's
Are they reacting to us at all?
They haven't seen y'all. Y'all are hiding.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we are. Okay, I thought we just kind of walked up
Like-
there with her.
an Irish
Oh
jig.
my heavens! No. Well, I was assuming you weren't that dumb. Y'all are pro adventurers. You know what you're doing.
An Irish jig is not even remotely. He's using a violin. There is no way in hell an Irish jig would work with a violin. But for some reason, I'm just picturing Jolly
Irish
using...
people use violins.
No, but the
They
the dance in itself just doesn't seem fitting for a
It
violin.
does.
Yeah, they use violins
Anyway.
for that.
Anyway, though, y'all have the problem. Jolly is now under the sway of this fellow who's introduced himself to her as Neville.
Longbottom.
Um. So I look over at the others and say, "Is there what can we do to get her out from under this spell?"
Well, you could
Should we?
distract him and attack him. Y'all could attack with surprise. That means your side goes first.
Yeah, because I mean that's what I was thinking was about sneaking up, either like try to grab her to get her to snap out of it, or to attack. So
Okay.
I imagine we could, do both. One of us like try to snap her out of it, and others attack.
I would have.
Well, presumably, if he stops playing, she's not controlled anymore.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I was going to say. I feel like Varg would just suddenly round the corner and just shoot the violin.
Yeah, I was about to suggest Varg go first.
Okay, so the difficulty class on all this is 16. That's what you got to roll for everything in this scene.
Ooh.
All right. Well, I wasn't going to make it easy.
Thankfully, he does he's got a high attack on his
Yes.
bow.
All right, so Varg, that's what you're doing.
Yes.
What are you going to do, Trell?
That is a good question. Can I hold and see how he reacts to being hit with an arrow if he's hit with an arrow?
I'm not hitting him. I'm hitting the violin.
He's aiming for the violin, so that's not a thing you can do.
Okay. All right. So I do know
Oh,
he
and
gets.
you get 3 attacks per round, right?
Jory does, yes, and
No, I was talking about you.
yeah, I do as well.
Okay, so for you multi-attack people, just so that nobody is like left out, what I'm going to try this combat, and we'll see how it works, is you just make 1 successful attack roll, and then you get to split up the damage. You roll 3 times for damage.
Ooh, I like
And
that.
Your attacks hit, and you can spread them out to other people. That simulates dual wielding without having to make the fighter take 5 actions, where the wizard only takes 1 or 2.
That is fair.
Okay.
However, it could also mean that you could miss 3
Okay,
times
so-
in a row.
Right.
That's true.
What I would like to try to do while he's getting ready to aim for the violin is I'd like to try to kind of move into position, so presumably when the violin does stop playing and Jolly comes out of it, that I can try to grab her and get her out of this sort of immediate danger that she may be in.
Yeah, sure. All right, so Oslin, what do you want to be doing?
I will shoot the guy that has the violin.
Okay, you're aiming for the guy. All right, so
How close,
yes.
by the way, is Jolly to the guy?
Jolly is she's near him. That's not in melee range. She's nearby.
Okay.
And I'm
if
just
I'm
dancing away.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was just wondering if I were to aim a specific power slightly to the side where it doesn't hit her, but it would hit everything within a certain radius.
If you're hitting everything near him, you're gonna hit her.
Okay.
You have to aim for a being.
I see. So that it's encircled around them. You don't just move the big circle to the side.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. I was thinking in video game rules. All right. Well, there's Moonbeam. There's always Moonbeam. I like Moonbeam. And since I wouldn't be my dual wielding stuff, because I'd have to run up there. I want everybody else to shoot it to try to hit him before I do melee stuff. So
Yeah.
So I only have 2 attacks if I'm using spells, I imagine.
If you're using the spell, I'm gonna kind of keep it to basically 1 spell per round, unless there's a bonus action spell.
Okay.
Yeah. Once again, this is just to make sure everybody gets a turn.
All
and
right.
we get through combat in a timely fashion.
All right. Fair enough. So all I could do basically right now is Moonbeam.
All right, so you're gonna moonbeam him.
Mhm.
Okay. Just roll over 16, and if you get over 16, he failed his saving throw, and you do the full damage and all that stuff.
Okay. So do I click Moonbeam or do I just hit a?
I would hit a D20 and add your wisdom bonus to it.
Honestly, it would be easier if I'd click Moonbeam.
click Moonbeam. That's fine.
Okay. Level 2. Alright, let's see if... that's 11. It won't hit.
It's 11 radiant damage.
Oh, wait, hold on. It's
Hang on, I'm
a...
rolling a d20.
Yeah, it's a DC 14. Wow, he...
Okay, actually, since I got rid of the DC 14, I rolled for you rather than his save.
Oh.
Your Moonbeam does double damage.
Oh, sweet. I love that.
Basically, what I want to do is I want to make magic more dynamic and combat more punishing. If you hit something, I want you to hit it well.
Yay.
And I want crits to mean some shit.
Good, because, like, sometimes we'll, like, hit something, and, like, do maybe, like, 1 or 2 damage, and I'd just be sad.
Exactly. And so, you know, you may still do that, but, you know, at least we're mitigating that somewhat.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Jory is now
first,
rolling
Trell.
his thing. I did not...
Oh, man.
I did not do that. He's... Yeah.
The violin's gone.
Okay. The violin shatters. You don't roll damage, it's a freaking violin. The violin shatters. The creature shrieks. It turns to you. The zombies begin to move very quickly toward you.
Does he do any
What
other...
do I
his, like, does he do
Hang on,
his
hang
2
on,
other
Jolly.
attacks? Or...
What is your
Sorry.
action? What do you want to do?
Me?
Yeah, it's your turn. Your
So
team's
am
going.
I...
You're free. You're free.
Okay. Am I standing near
Kara's
him?
coming to help you. You can get close to him and attack if you want, or you can throw your shadow darts or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my bolts from the grave. Adam. Well, actually, would I know that he would not be susceptible to necrotic damage?
Honestly, you're susceptible. Are you immune to necrotic damage?
Well, the bolts from the grave do necrotic damage, so that's why I'm... It doesn't say that
I
I
would say undead would not be bothered by necrotic damage.
Then I'm not going to worry about that then. I am just going to shriek like, you know, a cat would. And run at him, like, trying to claw his face, because out of anger for him daring to do that. So.
Yeah. Basically, roll to attack with your claws. Oof.
Yeah.
Alright, that's bad. Roll a second d20 for me. Just a d20.
Okay. Let me... Where's my... Oh, there. D20.
Okay. He gets a free attack.
Oh, great.
And your armor class is what?
16.
He hits you.
Even
He
with
does have a +5 to hit.
Okay.
Alright, so you take... 7 points of damage. Good news, though, is he can't drain your constitution.
Okay.
Because you're already dead.
Well, then I'm going to use my cunning action to hide.
Okay, roll to hide.
Oh, it's...
Is
I
it
thought
an
there was-
automatic, like, ninja vanish thing?
Yeah, it's a cunning action starting at second level. Your thinking of agility allowed you to move and act quickly. You take a bonus action each of your turns in combat. This
Yeah,
action can
so you
only...
do have to roll to hide.
Okay, so what do I roll? Stealth?
Stealth.
Yeah.
You think you're hidden.
Okay.
Alright, Kara, it's your go.
So, all of a sudden, Jolly, you know, gets attacked and then doesn't do much. So, I guess I will go and attack the Lich.
Or white. I think it's
Okay.
called
The
white.
right, the right, rather.
Well, no, Varg might have said it's a lich. So,
Oh, that's true.
Go punch the crap out of that lich.
Whatever the thing with the violin that was controlling.
Well, now it's just an angry thing trying to claw Jolly's face off.
Pretty much. But yeah, so I will attack it.
Was I
Alright.
something?
Oh,
Holy dog crap. Okay. You... Roll your damage, please. You knock him upside the head. He's hurt. He's significantly harmed, and let's see. Doing some quick math. Oof. Okay, he's taken off running. But Oslin, you get to shoot him first.
Alrighty.
Holy crap, you hit him. Roll your damage. Oof. Oh, man. Okay, his robes are gone. He's limping toward the forest, and now the zombies descend.
Oh god.
No, the zombies.
Yeah, he's like, fuck this. Alright, so the zombies. They begin their reign of terror.
The reign of terror.
Alright, so... You know what? Basically, I'm treating these guys as, like, one big horde of zombies. That way I'm not rolling 1,000 freaking attack rolls. And that means they get just one attack per round. But that attack does 3d6 damage. Because, you know, they're ripping at you. Alright, so Varg, they were set on you. What is your armor class, good sir?
Varg's armor is 16. Sorry, he spilled some coffee, so.
That's okay.
And he needed, like, headache medication.
Oh, okay. Hope you're okay. So what is his armor class?
16.
Alright, Varg dances out of the way of the oncoming rush of zombies. Okay,
It's fine.
so
First time I was
that
gonna
brings
hit
us
your damn
back around to
coaster.
y'all's side. You got this horde of 13 zombies.
Well, I can... my moonbeam is not gonna hit all of them.
Well, but they have charged into the moonbeam, so start doing some damage.
Sweet. It just says 7.
Alright, so you're burning them, but none of them have gone down yet.
Cool. If they charge through it, that means I didn't actually do anything.
Yes.
Alright, let's see. Who are they close to? Are they, like...
They're... Okay, you, I assume, are near Varg.
Yes.
They have converged on Varg.
am never able to use my AoE attacks, I swear. Okay, I'll just use my swords on them, since I can
Okay.
attack 3 times, so...
So make your attack roll. You have to beat a 13. Their leader's gone, so it's easier.
Alright, I beat a 13.
Okay, now what I want you to do is roll your damage 3 times.
1, 2, and 3.
Alright, add all that up. That's... Let me grab my calculator real quick, because math is not Tina's strong suit tonight.
Not mine either, I would also use one.
Plus 9, plus 5. Okay, you You hack down 2 zombies. They drop, and you wound a 3rd one.
Sweet.
It's brutal carnage as you just move through them like a whirlwind of steel. Okay. Let's go for Jolly.
Okay. I still think that I'm hiding, or
You're hidden.
okay. So how many zombies are close to me?
It's just a mass of them. There are 11 left.
Okay. I don't really have like anything that's gonna do mass attack, but
Here's the thing, whatever damage you do to the horde, you're doing to multiple ones of them.
okay. Then I'm gonna try the bolts from the grave
Okay.
and see if I can.
Isn't that the one you decided not to do due to
Bolts from the grave
necrotic?
does half damage to undead.
Okay. Well,
But
you know
if
what?
use your
Screw it.
daggers,
I'm gonna use my short sword and just go swinging at whatever one I can that's closest to me.
Okay, you have advantage. So,
Okay.
wait out there, make your attack roll, beat a 13.
Okay. And let's see. Why is it not letting me click on it? Okay.
Nice. Roll your damage.
Ooh.
Do I cleave his head off?
Oh, no. I need you to click the short sword bit. The little word under it.
Oh,
That'll give you the damage. But it was a nice roll.
there. Okay, there we go.
Alright, you start cutting into one. You've removed his arm with surgical precision.
Nice.
So yeah, you're doing pretty good here too. Okay. Kara.
All right.
I will run into the horde and start swinging my staff.
Alright. Oh, crap, you do that. And then roll the damage for me.
And that's for my
Good lord. Okay. Boom! The one that Jolly injured goes down like a sack of potatoes. And then you hit another one, and you hear the sickening crack of its sternum. And its chest starts splitting apart.
Yeah.
Anyone else
Alright,
hungry?
Oslin? Your go.
All right, so I am going to do call lightning.
Oh!
Oh, that's a good one. It may hit some of us, but
Oh man. Everyone in melee range make a. Gosh, oh crap! Need you guys to make dex saves. Dex saves all around.
alright. First one's mine, second one is Varg's.
Nice. Y'all beat
Oh.
it. Y'all beat it. Oh.
How the hell is that my highest one I have? And I get the... I hate dice.
So who was the 9 save?
That was
That
Varg.
was Varg.
Okay, Varg. You take 14 points of damage. Everyone else got the fuck out of there as the lightning came down.
I'll kill you hard.
Jeez, oh Pete. Okay, oh gosh, the one zombie is just you're now breathing his atoms. So there now remain 7 zombies and like a torso that's crawling around trying to bite you. So they are now ready to swarm. Actually, they're gonna swarm Trell
Yeah, I figured.
because he did just like vaporize a bunch of them. They'll get to you in a minute, Oslin. All right. So Come on, did you roll? Okay, so they try to get after you, and basically, Trell, I'm picturing you jumping over tombstones and dodging out of it, and doing like Matrix-style shit to escape. All right, we're back around to you, Varg.
By the way, Jory, you can take Car out. That is the thing you can do.
I know. I remember.
And Hank hasn't been attacking, so if you want Hank to attack, just sick him, boy.
I'm just gonna take some shots at every single one of them.
Okay, so you are finished with this nonsense. You've gained some distance, and you're just shooting 3 times into the fray.
Oh. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Roll your damage 3 times, please.
Oh, that's good. That's good damage.
Okay.
Varg like just
Wow.
did a backflip and just started like shooting. Was just like ah.
All right. So you've just obliterated 3 more. You're just like, no more of this bullshit. All right. So Trell, your go.
I do want to mention something actually.
Sure.
That I'm looking at. Varg does have something called Horde Breaker. And it says once on each of your turns, when you make a weapon attack, you can make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature within 5 feet of the original target.
Oh,
Well,
So
well,
like
in that case, roll a 4th time for me, Varg.
So he's really good with like groups.
Okay. Yes, I can tell. Holy crap. Okay, there are now 3, and maybe like there's a zombie head and an arm trying to crawl toward you, but there's not many zombies left. All right, Jolly,
Yes.
your go.
Well, I am gonna use whatever like dash action I can to dash to the closest one and aim for the head.
It's a called shot. It's a disadvantage, but if you make it, if you get above a 13, you can decapitate it.
Okay. Alright.
Whoa. Okay. No, you don't need to roll damage.
Oh,
It's
okay.
dead.
It's dead. Okay, cool.
You killified it.
I killified it. Woohoo! I killified
Stop! He's already dead.
Sarah, what do you want to do?
I'm going to do what I do best.
All right.
Smack
So
people
you're
with a
gonna
stick.
quarterstaff the crap out of this thing. Jesus, these poor guys. All right, where are the quarterstaff, damn it? All right, good lord. All right, so
We are very powerful like
you
this.
killed the partial zombie, and you just like smashed the crap out of one of their skulls. It's still coming though. Aslan.
All right, we are going to shoot another one, and I miss.
Clack. Okay, do you want Hank to attack?
Yeah, I'm gonna have Hank attack one.
Alright. Do I roll for Hank?
Yeah, you can roll for Hank. That's fine.
Hank leaps at him. Okay. So Hank leaps at one of them, inflicting 5 points of damage and knocking it prone. So everybody has... Hank is just so big, he's knocked it over, and it's bumbled into another one. So everyone has advantage to finish off these 2 poor undead bastards.
Sweet.
Honestly, I'm not going to make you roll for that, because these things are knocked over, and they have 12 hit points left. So y'all just descend on it in an orgy of violent chopping and smashing.
Ah! Hissing.
Hissing. There's hissing. I mean, Kara's doing some kiai like, "Ay!"
I love Candace's battle cry there. No, the first one, like, ah.
It's the cat version of a zombie, thing.
Okay, you are surrounded by villagers. They're looking at you in awe. They're like, you drove back the creatures of the night.
Well, the guy still ran away. Sorry about that.
Well, surely someone of your power can find him and put him down. In fact, a well-dressed, portly man with a beard is like, if you can bring down the creature you say escaped, I will give you 500 gold kronas.
Is that a lot here?
It's 500 gold coins.
Sorry, we're just not from here.
It's okay. You have brought low the hordes of the night. You may save us all.
If I could speak for my group here, then I mean, I would love to go after the creature. Anyone else?
Got any cheese?
I have nuts cheese. I will give it to you, small dwarf man.
Varg just like pushes down on Oslin to make him make him go into like a kneeling position to like shove him out of the way and just being like, no.
Let the small dwarf man have cheese.
Oh, by the way, just to clarify,
Anyway,
we do still
time
have
is
our
wasted.
horse, right?
Your horse?
Yes.
Yes.
We just like bring it
Yes, you
into
do.
that guy's house with us.
Well, he put it in the stable.
Oh, okay.
He has the stable. He's a farmer.
All right. Just need to make sure we have our horse with us. Is all.
Yeah, you got your poor horse. Okay, so are you giving chase to this white?
Yes. But first asking. I always forget her name. Oh,
Daria?
Yeah. Yes, Daria to accompany us.
Daria's like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shouldn't someone stay with the townsfolk in case he doubles back, though?
Also true. Yes.
They seem pretty helpless.
Good point. So, stay here then. We'll be back. And if we're not back, you know what? I don't know how to get out of the Feywild, to be honest.
I'll come find you, sir.
If I am dead,
Then I will find your body and get you to a cleric.
thank you. Actually,
Don't talk such a way.
Varg walks up. Yeah, he thinks he's gonna die with me with him.
Chase the thing.
Just immediately
You're a
run.
tracker, track it.
Couldn't Hank help track it as well?
Yeah.
I imagine I could
was
also.
Hang on.
Well,
Kara?
I was going to ask, is knowing that it is some sort of a bad guy, would my Eye of the Demon work at all to try to locate it?
Interestingly, when you try to channel your Eye of the Demon, you know that this place is cut off from the energy of the abyss.
It's about
You don't understand how these undead exist.
So do we roll things to track him?
Heck no.
Oh,
Y'all are giving chase through the woods. Rolling just would break the drama.
okay.
You're running after him. You
Oswald-
catch up to him.
Hank riding off for cheese.
Nice. Alright, so you come skidding to a halt. The
Fuck.
creature is in heading toward a decrepit old tomb out here in a rotten part of the forest.
Varg just walks up first and is just like, going somewhere, bud.
Alright, roll initiative. So, Trell, you roll.
Okay.
I roll. That poor bastard. Y'all go first.
Sweet.
Commence the orgy of smackdown. Actually, you know what? Y'all just win. He had 5 hit points.
Varg just said hi, and he just died of a heart attack.
Scared of
Whee!
Should we bring his body as proof?
Yeah, can we search it?
Yeah, you can search it.
I would ask Jolly to do that because I don't want to touch him.
Varg just grabs him by the back of his neck and starts dragging his body behind him as he walks.
Are y'all searching the corpse, though?
Yes, we're searching.
Yeah.
I will search it.
Looting the corpse.
I very cautiously, though, like, you know, with the tips of my claws, just like searching.
Alright, the only thing you find on him is a gold and sapphire ring.
Nobody put it on.
And,
Don't put it on. Yeah.
Don't
well,
put
it's
it
not
on,
magical.
no. Yeah, that's what we all thought last.
No, and Jolly, being a good thief, you know this is worth 188 gold pieces.
Okay.
Should I be the one to write that down?
If you wanna.
Alright.
Yeah, and after they're done looting the corpse, Varg just grabs the body by the back of the neck, or, like as if he's trying to scruff him like a puppy, or by the hair, and just drags him behind him as they walk.
Alright,
Did you say a
So you all-
188 or 1,000?
188.
Okay.
Alright, so you all come out into the village, you drop the dead corpse, or do you? What do you do with the dead corpse?
I toss
You tell
it.
me. You toss it. Thump. It lands at the feet of the statue in front of the church. The people cheer. The burgomaster gives you 500 gold kronas, and you are given the finest rooms at the inn on him.
So question is this currency? I'm guessing it can only be used here.
No, it's a gold coin. It's just foreign to you.
Oh.
It's a gold coin roughly equivalent to what you've got in Greyhawk, but it is a foreign mint. So if you were in the city of Greyhawk, you'd take it to a money chain.
Okay, so I'll just count that among the rest of what we have.
Yeah.
So it would be. We now have, at least according to this, like 5,030.
Well, now most of that 5,000 is in a bank in Greyhawk
Yeah, I know
and
that
not
much.
accessible. So
Like that's what we have in total.
yeah, but right now on your persons you have 500 and then that ring.
Okay. Oh, and we also have a diamond ring that's worth 1,000.
Yeah.
We never cashed that in.
All right. So the people hold a feast in your honor.
No, that's nice.
You are put up in the finest rooms in the Blue Water Inn.
Ooh, that sounds lovely.
And these folks are just absolutely happy with y'all. They are so so impressed by the fact that someone could actually stand up to the night hordes. So, here you are. Actually, Varg, if you take a moment, you can try to figure out where you are. If you take some silent time and contemplate, because you are a native of the Feywild.
Yes.
So, as you concentrate, you sit, you hear the faint and distant echoes of family and blood calling to you. and you realize that somehow something has brought you to the Shadowfell.
We're in the Shadowfell.
Yeah.
Wow.
The shadow. How did we get here?
Well, I mean, it is.
Roll an Arcana roll.
So is that bad? Can we all roll it, or?
I'm just gonna say Varg right now because Varg is the one. This is all interior stuff. He's not told anyone yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was his role that I did.
You heard stories that your father talked about because your father doesn't just travel the Feywild. Your father is an accomplished planeswalker.
Yeah.
He can stalk. It was often said he could stalk a fish through the elemental plane of air. You know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So you realize you're in a place he might have mentioned. Floating in the Shadowfell, there are places called demi-planes, and there are some in the Feywild as well. And you think are in one called the demi-plane of Dread. And from the stories your father told, it was the place where things that were too bad for hell went.
Hmm.
But clearly not everything here is bad. These people are just born. Some people are just born here.
Right.
Huh.
Are the people good though? Do we know this for sure?
They haven't tried to kill you, and they gave you a place to stay.
I mean, that could be a trap.
They seem pretty cool with us.
Kill them with kindness.
Oh boy, we'll be so nice to them. They'll die in 100 years.
Universal haircut for all.
Alright, so are y'all going to try to learn stuff about the town in light of this?
I would. I mean,
Yeah, like,
Charles
do they have,
barely
like,
knows
anything
anything
that
about the
would-
Shadowfell.
Yeah, like would they have anything close to like a druid?
No, these people don't seem to know what druids are.
Okay.
Absolutely,
Nor
Jolly
elves,
wants to
nor
learn.
halflings. Okay, you learn that the ruler of Barovia is a man named Strad Vanzarovich. And the people refer to him quietly in whispers as the Devil Strahd. They also say he is a powerful wizard.
Strahd, that sounds familiar.
Why does that sound familiar to me too?
I know it's a D&D thing. And I know it's part of Neverwinter, but I've never played it.
Oh no. Oh my no. It's the place you don't want to be if you're... Sometimes you'll get sucked into it from any world. The Demiplane of Dread, Strahd is the lord of this kingdom called Barovia. And he is the master of Castle Ravenloft.
Yep, Ravenloft. I definitely know that one. I mean, I don't know anything about it. I just know that it's a famous one.
This is going to be fun. Because I was like, okay, you're in the Feywild. You've decided to travel there. What weirdness can happen? And then I'm like, wait, Jolly's with you. The Feywild does not take kindly to undead. So it kind of spat you out at the place where it... Like, Ravenloft would be a conjunction point. Somewhere here, there's a portal back to the Feywild, and there's a portal that goes deeper into the Shadow.
Oh boy.
So, yeah, the Feywild is kind of a thing you can use to... If you wander into the wrong place, or you're carrying, like, an herb or something, you might walk through a portal that takes you to another plane.
Huh. So, like a specific
course,
herb.
Right.
Ooh.
So, like, there's a lore to it, and you can master how to travel the planes.
Which I imagine
Varg,
Varg's father would know.
Varg, do you mind if I add the bit of lore that your father is an accomplished planeswalker?
Yeah, I mean, I just went under the idea that Varg's parents, or pack leaders as he calls them, his dad was kind of like a traveler of all of the planes, including the material plane, which is where most of the game has been so far. So yeah, that
Well, he's
works.
been to different material planes. He's been to the Forgotten Realms. He's been to Greyhawk. He's even been to Dark Sun.
Right.
So I'm just like picturing him as being super epic.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, like to Varg that means nothing, but to others, especially like Feywild studiers or something, that would probably make Varg practically royalty in a sense.
Nice. All right, everyone, you've settled down. You've gotten some loot. You had a nice battle. You made some friends. You traveled the Feywild. And you've now discovered a new property of the Feywild, that it can be used to travel not just across your world, but to other worlds.
That is interesting.
That's interesting.
So, all right. So I'm going to give everybody a level.
Oh, sweet!
Oh, yay!
Yay, new level. Let's see, what do I get?
And yes. So if you don't want any spoilers, don't read any of the Strahd von Zarovich books. If you can keep player character and character knowledge separate, I highly recommend the book I, Strahd by P.N. Elrod. Hell of a book to read.
Yeah. Sorry, I laughed like out of nowhere midway through that because I randomly just started picturing there's a when Varg was saying let's go up to that castle and like and see if we can't make your strange problem any less strange. And that guy was like, no, don't do that. I just pictured Varg like randomly like polishing his bow limbs and like notching an arrow and just going, I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him.
Well, y'all, and once again, it's a sandbox. Y'all are free to do whatever you want, and I have plenty of content. You can find your way back out. You can go challenge Strahd. You can go explore the demi-plane of Dread, for all I know. You may do anything.
Ooh, greater favored enemy. That's gonna be fun. Okay, so I get to choose a... Okay, so it's different than or
just favored enemy.
It's different than favored enemy, so I can now choose an aberration, celestial, construct, dragon, elemental, fiend, or giant as my favorite. Holy crap!
And also, your rolls against them are now +4 instead of +2.
Oh, a +4 against Norks and Gnolls. That's awesome. Sorry,
You mean orcs and gnolls, not norks and ols?
Orcs and olds.
And now I can.
Tina feverishly starts statting out Norks.
Well, look at
they're like orc hyena centaurs, you know, like orc upper body, centaur lower body. Hyena lower body.
The enemies from the first Spyro are Norks.
That's I was thinking that.
They're basically like orc gnomes.
I don't know. I kind of like my like weird orc hyena hybrid critter. They just come running at you and scream, "Kill me!" No. So,
I might go with dragon.
anyway, I hope y'all had fun with that. I hope you enjoyed the let's just give fighters a whole fuck ton of damage. And I hope you enjoyed the side initiative.
I can also learn a different language.
Yes, I did enjoy that quite a bit. Yes, you can learn a different language.
And by the way, that was a really good use of the called shot house rule.
Oh, thank you.
Candace, that was really, really good. So.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, bear in mind you don't just have to smack them in the face with like and they don't have to be hit point sponges. You can just like fuck this, slice. All right, done.
I don't want to slice his head off. I'm not normally that violent, I promise. It's
Oh.
just, it seemed apropos given the situation we're in, so.
I have all my
Well, I mean,
spells now.
Y'all managed to kill a wight and take out 13 zombies that were under its command.
Very cool.
Which is really neat.
Yeah.
Well, apart from all my spells that I'm capable of getting, the only other thing I get is just, it says I can cast a cantrip, but also use a bonus action to make a weapon attack.
Nice.
So yeah, I can do cantrip and weapon attack now.
Yeah. Now you only get one damage with that.
Yeah.
Or, one damage die if you're using it as a bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're already casting a cantrip, and some of those do. Like, I know Firebolt, or whatever it is, does, like, as much as a two-handed freaking sword. It's like, plus you're on fire afterwards, so it's like, yeah.
The only cantrip I know that does damage is Frostbite.
Oh, no, well, I was thinking about, Josh's
Oh, okay.
cantrips. Yeah. But I was looking at that and like, that is an obscene amount of damage. I can just spam flame bolt.
Yeah, that particular 7th level thing doesn't benefit me a whole lot, but I do have all my spells now, so that's nice.
Oh, I get evasion.
Ooh, yes, evasion's nice.
Yes.
Instead of dodging for half damage on explosions, you dodge for full damage.
Oh, nice.
Everybody else is taking half damage.
Ah.
Sweet.
And bear in mind, red dragons, when they breathe, they have a wide radius.
Oh yeah, that much I know.
So I get to add evasion.
I'm just gonna add Jory's thing here. That is class.
Yeah, I get evasion too, which I thought was pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Kara, you don't have to take damage from shit that explodes on you anymore.
And also, with my last one, I get a key-empowered strike. So my strikes count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks.
Nice.
Is there anything that would give you poison resistance?
Say that again?
Said anything that would give you poison resistance?
Not yet. But that's my one flaw. I like to get poisoned. I like to get possessed.
Yeah. So what level are y'all now?
7.
Everybody's 7th
Nice.
except for Varg.
Yeah.
Because
Well, nice. Well, he's got character levels that equal to 7.
yes.
Yeah. That's gonna be pretty cool because like I'm really looking forward to level 10, where y'all really start coming into your power and we can start. And in case you haven't noticed, I've seeded the ability for y'all to go to different worlds and do different things. So.
Yes. Thank you.
Because you can't stay in the same patch of forest forever. Well, you could. It's just like, oh look, a goblin. They all drop their shit and say, okay, take it. Please don't kill us, weird demigod guy.
We're not worthy. Not worthy.
Kinda.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Oh, that was
how
fun.
are you, Chad? Yes, it was. How are you, Chad? Haven't spoken with you in a while.
I'm doing well.
Well, that's good.
I'm on vacation this week, so it's nice.
Oh, you might be on vacation next. I don't know.
No, I work for a restaurant. We're not planning on closing unless like someone in my store gets sick. So
Well, see, actually, what they've done here is in Fort Worth, they have closed all dine-in restaurants, so only takeout.
Yeah, I'm delivery carry-out.
Okay. You'll be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have
2319.
Nashville. They closed all the bars downtown, and they're asking restaurants not to have more than 50 people at a time or something. And they're actually going to possibly be changing some of the restaurants, like Taco Bell type stuff, to drive-through only.
Yeah.
So
2319. We got a 2319.
Yeah.
all right, well, y'all, I'm going to
All right.
head off for the night.
You too. Take care, everybody. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Talk to you guys later.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Tina. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night.